Good morning, friends, and welcome to the world of the International Fabtalks. We are back again with another beautiful celebrity with a beautiful mind, a young talent. Join us, friends, to welcome this special person who is none other than Bharath Hariharan V. He's joining us all the way from Chennai, friends. Let's say hello to him and begin the session. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session.
Hi. Thanks for the opportunity. Pleasure being here.
Actually, we should thank you for taking out the time and being humble. We have seen several youngsters who have a lot of ego, sir. I have seen personally from my side, but you're one person who I've seen with no ego at all. And this is what makes people special who have no ego in their lives to connect and bond with people at the right time and with the right kind of people. So I share your profile in an official way with your permission.
Please.
Thank you, sir. Dear friends, it's always a honor and our responsibility to share the profile of our celebrity and guests. And so here today we have Bharath with us. Let's get to know more about him. Friends, as I earlier mentioned, Sir is with us, joining us from Chennai. He is a strength and conditioning specialist. Apart from that, there is more to add to Sir's profile. He is a distinguished physical fitness coach. That's really nice. For the first time on the International Fab Talks, we have someone connected with cricket and physical fitness. He's renowned for his expertise in helping individuals achieve their health and wellness. We all have health and wellness goals, including me, but sometimes we slip it off our mind and we cheat and eat. We break the diet plan and all of that. So we need a fitness coach like that. I really appreciate a fitness coach in our life. My dear friends, his journey from a budding cricketer to a fitness coach exemplifies his passion for sports and dedication of personal excellence. Now he's not only good in sports, he's not only good as a fitness coach, he's also a good student. He scored or secured centum in math, or you say mathematics, and earned a distinction of being the school second. So he's stood second in the school. That's really wonderful to have a student good in academics as well. His early life and cricket journey, he was born in a Chennai suburb. Bharat discovered his love for cricket at a very early age. He honed his skills on the dusty fields and makeshift pitches. I'm sure you understand what are the dusty fields and makeshift pitches when children play cricket. So at that moment, he had this passion and dream of becoming a wonderful cricketer and representing his country one fine day. Bharat's talent and hard work paid off as he progressed through the ranks, eventually earning a spot in the First Division Cricket League. And transition from cricket to fitness. So there's always a change sometimes or the other. So here there's a little transition where Sir shifted his focus from cricket to fitness. Bharat pursued his passion for wellness and health as a certified fitness coach from the prestigious American Council for Strengthening and Conditioning and Australian Advanced Sports Nutrition Institutes. He has transformed several sports persons' lives through personalized care, training programs, and expert guidance. That is what we are all looking for because once we lose the track of our personal fitness, it becomes difficult to come back in shape. So I would like you all to connect with Sir. It would really be great. In fact, definitely even I am also going to join and really focus on being fit and fine till our last breath. Now, friends, the educational journey. Bharat's journey in cricket with regard to cricket saw him rise through the ranks, culminating in his participation, as I earlier mentioned, in the First Division Cricket League. And Bharat holds a certification in personal training, nutritional counseling, and as well as group fitness instruction. It's not only one-to-one, it also can be a group fitness counseling session or a group fitness training session. That's wonderful. And there are several clients who are very happy with his services as a fitness coach, as a nutritional counselor, etc. Bharat's clients have achieved remarkable results under his guidance from, you remember what is this? Weight loss. This is the most important thing, weight loss to improved strength and endurance. Bharat aims to establish a premier fitness facility dedicated to holistic health and wellness, fostering a supportive community for individuals and sports personalities to thrive and improve physically, mentally, and emotionally. Now, here it is a holistic approach, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And as well as if you have all of these three with you, socially, you will be a fit in the society. You can connect and bond with different people. Join us, friends, to get to know Sir's journey as to how Sir has been able to reach here in spite of all the hardships. We all face hardships. There's not a single person on earth who doesn't face. But how you face your hardships make you special and make you unique. Dear sir, thank you for being with us. It's really a privilege to have you, sir, here. I'd like you to share something about yourself before we begin our journey. Over to you, sir.
First of all, thank you so much for the detailed introduction. I didn't expect this from you. Thank you so much. Feels really nice to hear about myself in an interview. Uh, so, I started the love for cricket when I was 12 years old. I joined a few academies here, shifted schools, changed schools from one school to another, and then finally went to St. Pete. It's a renowned school for cricket in Chennai near Centum Church. I studied there from 9th to 12th, where I played and just played. And of course, academics were there, but then I just loved playing the sport. It's all about camaraderie with the team, with the friends, the joy of winning, the upset of losing, so on and so forth. And it made me the person that I am now, right now. And it has taught me a lot of things that I would be really, really grateful for. And I'm pretty sure no education or no academics would have taught me that I learned through cricket. From there, I went to Guru Nanak College near Velachery, near the Phoenix Mall. That's again one of the top institutions for sports in Chennai, one of the top three institutions for sports in Chennai. Uh, Guru Nanak College, I studied there for 7 years. You can always wonder what did I do for 7 years in college, but I finished 3 degrees in college. I finished my BCom, I finished my MCom, I finished my MA Economics there as well. So I I love playing for Guru Nanak College. It's a really great team. It's a really great management as well. So whenever I went there, there is fresh happiness, irrespective of how many teams you play, how many leagues you represent. Coming back to college has always got me this joy that brings me as a young person. And I've led the team for 2 3 years, and not just it's not about leading the team, but it's about getting all the to one page or one team is really difficult task. But my friends, my teammates made my job really easier. And then for everyone, COVID happened, right? COVID was a blessing in disguise for me. For me, I've never liked to be idle. I've always wanted to do things. I saw COVID as a 10 20 day break, but it extended to be longer than I thought. So I extended to be longer than I thought. And then I was playing for the first division team. So one gentleman named Arun was training me. I was training under him. Uh, I was training my physical training under him. So I know he has a setup on his own. And he taught me a course named American Council for Exercise, which is called ACE. Uh, so I was really idle. So I thought, why not I shall join this and I'll always have this as a plan B or a plan C whenever I need it. So I joined that course. I learned under him. Uh, it was a 3 month course and a 3 months of preparation. I was pretty sure I want to finish it before January, but I took it till February 2021 and I finished that course. Later, once COVID got relaxed, I went back to cricket. I was not able to get where I wanted to go, or rather, I felt I was stagnating there. So I always thought that there should be some shift, or you can't stay in the same place and not do anything or not do something that you would look to do. So I ended up again meeting him, and then I opened my ideas towards fitness or where I wanted to go, and he was also really kind and open to have me in his setup. And yeah, and I've been working with him for a couple of years or more than that right now. And right now I'm an assistant strength and conditioning trainer for first division team, India Cements team. So it's been going really well. I've completed a couple of courses after that as well. So in a good space right now. Looking forward to achieve or do a lot of more things in the future as well.
Yes, dear sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing all of that. It's quite surprising. You have a wonderful academic background as well. That's really nice. Now, sir, when you were playing cricket, like in your younger days, did the ball go and fall in somebody's window and crash the window? Did anything happen like that? Breaking the glass of the window?
Yeah, but before answering then, what do you mean by younger days? I'm still young. I'm still 26 years. So, yeah, there have been a lot of occasions where I myself would have broken my own house. Appa, Amma would have got really angry, really pissed. I think over two, three times they had to change the windows of my own house. So, uh, been a naughty child since whenever. So you can't keep me quiet, you can't keep me silent. So such things do happen. A lot of fights, brawls keep happening. It happened to neighbor houses as well, but they were kind enough to accept me as their own child and just let me go.
Yes, yes, I get that.
Uh,
And
it's it's also
yes,
those memories that keep you going, right? So you will always take it for the rest of your life as well. So yeah, in the future, if someone does to my house, yeah, I think I'll let them be free of them.
and sir, I'd like to ask you this: while you were all playing cricket when you were young, did the ball go and drop in somebody's house, and they had a dog over there, and you need to take out the ball from there?
I've always been a kind of not really great fan of dog. Neither I don't hate dog. I was in between. I was kind of scared when I was young. When I was young, so a lot of friends would help me do that. But yeah, a lot of times the dogs have chased us. Uh, but yeah, the dogs have been kind enough to once we end up pampering them, yeah, they fall for our love as well. So they give the ball back.
Yes, that's really interesting to share. That's really nice. Now, sir, like when you were in school, did they identify your cricket talent?
Yeah, they played a pivotal role in me becoming a cricketer. In the previous school that I studied before I joined Chinese, I was one of the top players, or if not the best player for their team. And when I joined this school, seeing the amount or number of people who are playing cricket, I was just bamboozled by it. And then it made me realize I have to put in extra effort so that I get where I want to get, right? So they gave me a lot of permission. They gave me a lot of freedom to do what I wanted to do. Um, there were days where my attendance were really low, but they were really supportive. There were days when I had to miss my exams so that I played my games. They were really helpful then as well. So they were always known for helping those sports people there, and they've helped me improve as a person and improve as a cricketer as well. So I owe great thanks to them, and whenever I meet them, I make sure I tell them the story again and again.
Yes, that's wonderful. Is there any specific teacher or a sir who you liked when you were in school, who you saw as an inspiration? Yeah, I need, or a role model like that.
Uh, in accounts, okay, I got a centum in accounts, right? I didn't get a centum in math. I got a centum in accounts. I always loved accounts because of the accounts teacher. His name is Gerard. He was our class teacher then. So he taught us in a way that was really funny, really interesting. He made students to attend his class rather than bunk his classes. That itself is a great thing for teacher, I believe. The more the students attend his classes, is a win-win situation for him and the students as well. And he made he made the sessions really lighter. He made the sessions really interactive. That got my interest towards accounts as well. I remember one day before my accounts board exam, I had a league match and I had to play that. But he kept insisting, why can't you skip that match? What if you end up getting injured or whatever? Which is natural to happen. But I didn't listen to him yet again. I went there. But the next time, I mean, on the same evening, he called me. He said, these are the things you have to study. And he was expecting a centum from me. And I think I made him happy.
That's beautiful, sir. That's very nice. Now, sir, when you joined the league of that cricket match, the first time when you got an opportunity, a higher opportunity, it was like thrilling, of course, I understand. But how did you get that opportunity? How much of struggle you had to face? How many hardships to reach over there?
Uh, as a as a as a 15, 16, 17-year-old guy, I didn't feel like this was struggle, right? It was a journey towards my cricketing path. So as a youngster, you don't feel the struggle. You get excited or you want to do what you love to do. Uh, Looking back, you can always say a struggle because I didn't stay in my house because my school was over 20 kilometers from my house, so I had to stay in my aunt's house uh, and keep shifting from here to there and all those things. I have to wake up at 5 in the morning. Yeah, you see that in every sportsman career. Hey, I have to sacrifice. I don't want to glorify this as a big thing, but yeah, the journey was really nice. I'm still continuing the journey. I'm still young, as I said earlier. So there were no struggles. I wouldn't call it a struggle. I just they were the process that I made that made me the person that I am and made me to improve as a cricketer and to be better on the field as well. So I wouldn't call it as a struggle. Nobody, I don't think so. A lot of people who love cricket, who love their sport, or who love what they're doing, will call it as a struggle. So yeah, it's a process of part of your journey, and you very well know this is what you're going to get when you start doing something. So I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it, and I would still like to continue for years to come.
Yes, I understand your passion. I really understand that. So, people at your age, they are very, very connected with all the people around them, and they have a lot of friendship. Yes. Now, with regard to friendship, how many friends have stood with you?
Oh, that's really like a nice question. I don't want to pinpoint or just name one person and not forget the others. There have been several friends in several situations who helped me emotionally, mentally, and all those things. They've been a huge, huge, huge part of my life. Sometimes I don't tell it to them, but they're as good as my family, right? And it's at my age, you end up telling more things to them than I tell my family. And I'm a very, very closed person. It's really difficult for me to open myself out to my family. So, and I don't really have one person to whom I share everything, but I share different things to different person with whom I feel really comfortable about. So, uh, for me, for my 26 years, it's been my friends, friends, and friends. I would do almost everything for them until I joined a job and got little slightly busier than what I was. So friends have they've made me enjoy my life. They've made me enjoy my school, my college, my cricket, and post cricket as well. So I'm really connected to people. I connect to my friends really well. So I talk a lot. I bond with them. Uh, I can keep talking the whole hour if I have to talk about my friends. I don't want to just tell one incident where they helped me and moved on. There have been multiple occasions. Uh, I can say I have 20 close friends. So there are no one, two. So if I tell one, I miss it on the other. So they're all the reasons why I am happy. To say, of course, my family and relatives are there, but my friends are the reasons why I am happy or why I'm in this mind space as I am right now. And as every other person, whenever when you break down or when you're not feeling well, it's them that you go to, right? So uh, I can keep talking, Crystal. If you give me an hour, I will keep talking about my friends. Uh, yeah, they are my family to say the least. Uh, Sometimes they are my home as well. So
It's wonderful. A beautiful tribute to friendship.
yeah,
It's wonderful, sir. As you said, I could share more with my friends than compared to my parents. And that's very true. It's so even in my case, with my children, they hardly share anything with me so that I can understand. So now there are several people, children of your age, the youth of India and the youth of the world, they face something called as depression.
Ah,
And like, let's be a little open and talk about it because you're that age group where I've seen many of the, being a counseling psychologist, I've seen many of the youngsters coming up to me and saying that I am into depression and I am into so and so. I'm not feeling good. I don't want to connect and bond with the world. So, what do you have to say personally, in a general way, the general view, with regard to depression and youth?
uh, I've always had this doubt, Crystal. I've always I'm someone who interacts a lot with my people. I argue with them. And I try to find an answer, right? Uh, for me, I don't know if I want to know what depression means. You being a counseling psychologist, can you tell me what depression means, please?
Like people, they do not connect, they do not socialize, they spend more time sleeping, they don't want to connect, they want to take their time, it will take some time. Even if they're offered help also, they don't take help. No, it takes a very long time for them to come out of that situation. So, I mean, it is their thought process. Immediately, when you feel negative, you have to shift it to a positive thought. Even we, all of us professionals, we feel negative, we feel low. So, the moment you feel low, that is the time you switch on to something positive that you achieved, something that you could achieve or visualize something good, than to be stuck with a negative thought. So, I've seen many of them in that phase.
Still, I can guarantee one thing about our generation, right? Uh, However, they can be in the worst of the situation, they can be in worst of the moods, but our generation people know how to come back out of the situation. You let them be negative, you let them sleep, you let them be depressed. There will be some occasions where things go wrong, but most of our generation people are driven towards something, right? They don't sit at one place. They feel they themselves feel guilty and think like, we're not doing something that we're supposed to do. Yeah, you will have rough patches, you will have rough phases. It happens to everyone. Like you said, it happens to you, it happens to me, it happens to everyone around you. Let's not, as much as possible, as a friend, if my friend is being depressed, I'll just make sure I'll be with him. I don't treat him differently. I just treat him the way he likes to receive my love. With friends or with guys, the kind of love that you share are totally different than a parent can give it to him. I would just pull his leg, I would just slap him, I would just beat him, I can do whatever with my friend. But I'll make sure that he has my company. But if he wants to be alone, I respect that as well. I'm someone who validates every feeling of a human being, right? You're allowed to be negative, you're allowed to be depressed. But I'm pretty sure when you wake up the next day, our generation will move much forward than our previous generation. And it's also that with a lot of awareness that's there, uh, depression then was not talked about as much as it's talked right now. That's what I feel. A lot of people, a lot of your generation or the previous generation people would have also felt depressed, but they would have felt a little awkward or not so great to share it to someone else. But these days we are really open about it. We can share, we can open it out to people that they trust in. And uh, as far as I know, a lot of people here, they're really, really mature than what I think the previous generation would have been. So it's okay to be depressed, but make sure you do right things even when you're in depression. Don't fall into wrong things or wrong habits in your depression, because those things are not going to help your situation. It's what I feel. They're not your solution, they're just your distraction. So walk towards where you want to go, who you are as a person, and just stand by it.
Thank you, sir, so much for explaining everything so well with regard to depression. And my dear friends, we promise to bring back Bharat, sir. We'll request him to give some time to elaborate and explain how you could jump out of depression, how you could identify if you're really into depression or out of it, because we need people like Bharat, sir, to guide the youth in the right way. Now, sir, you are connected with fitness. You are a fitness coach. And if one person has to be physically fit, he has to be also mentally strong, and as well as he has to have that endurance power within him, and all of that, emotionally fit, physically fit, and mentally also alert and fit. Now, how did this transformation within you happen? Did it happen all of a sudden or by chance, or was it a slow journey entering into the fitness uh, training area?
Yeah, so like I said, I've trained under a person called Arun for 4 years. So I consider myself to be really fit, right? I always wanted to be fit so that whenever I get an opportunity, I do well. The fitness shouldn't be a reason why I didn't do well. So I've always trained well. I've always done strength training. I've always done my conditioning training well. I don't miss my sessions. Even when I miss my session, I feel really guilty about missing a few sessions. That's how I have been. So I've always trained and I've always looked forward to my strength and conditioning sessions. Even on days when I don't play my games, when you're free, I make sure I do something for my fitness so that, like I said, whenever I get an opportunity, I do well. So I was always into sports. I was always into sports. Although I finished my degrees, I was always into sports. It made me I got a realization that I'm not someone who's fit for 9 to 5 job in front of the laptop and kind of run my life. Always wanted to be in sports because sports is the reason why or the reason behind what I am right now. It has taught me a lot of things. So it was kind of giving back to the sport or to the people who have made me a better person. I'm pretty sure so that you can for that you can be three professions. One, you can be a cricket coach, you can be a trainer, you can be a physiotherapist. Uh, by education or by degree, I can't be a physiotherapist because I need to uh, study biology or courses related to that. I've not done that during my school. Cricket coach is a really difficult thing, and I thought maybe not. Since I've always had a interest towards fitness, I thought why not try my hands towards it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, you can always shift for another thing. So far, it has been really good. I've enjoyed my a couple of years in this profession. Looking forward to many more years as well.
That's wonderful, sir. That's really nice. And thank you for sharing. Now, what kind of people come to you for either the fitness coaching, or it could be physiotherapy, it could be like, for cricket as well to get trained, maybe the youngsters. What type of students or children, you could say the youth, maybe, or middle age, who comes to you for fitness coaching?
It is really diverse, Kristen. There's no one particular group that comes. I've trained a 9-year-old. I've trained a 55-year-old as well. So every individual who wants to be fit or get their activity going, they all come. I have one person who comes, and if he misses, it feels like he has missed his breakfast. That is how they are. And there are a group of cricketers, sports people from varied sports come and want to strengthen themselves so that when they get into their field, they don't feel tired or all those things. And there are people who want to take care of their body, take care of their mind, because physical emotions and mental emotions are related to each other. Is what I feel. When you're physically strong or when you're mentally strong, they're all interrelated to each other. There are injured people who come for rehabilitation. There are people with a lot of issues in their body come who want to take care of their body, condition their body really well, also come and train under us.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing. That's really very nice. Now, sir, is it only just one-to-one or a group coaching? When we shared your profile, there was something mentioned as even a group coaching session. So could you elaborate on a one-to-one session, the timings, or how much of time do you spend, and with group coaching, etc.?
It is not just one to one. There are also group sessions as well. It depends about what you want, what time frame you need, right? I would have my timing slots for personal sessions at one time. A group session can happen another time. Generally, the sports people come for a group session where they train for an hour and a half. The thing with the sports person is that they have always played a team sport, right? Or an individual sport. They like to communicate with a lot of people. They like to have those sessions interactive, enjoyable. In those cases, kind of group sessions always work because they end up talking, they end up pushing each other. When I do this, you also do this. So it becomes really enjoyable for them as well. With related to one-on-one session, they people who really feel that they require those 1 hour real attention towards them, they come for their one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions are generally in the early mornings or mid mornings, like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and all those things. So they feel that they need that 1 hour, especially for themselves, not for anyone else. So we address their problems, their techniques, their forms in those 1 hour and improve them in their passion or their goals towards fitness. With related to group sessions, it's all generally sports people who come there. So they talk a lot about their problems, they rant about their mistakes, their failures, and there are people who celebrate their success as well. So those are nice stories always to hear. And for me, I always wanted to train a sports team or a sports person, because that's where I really connect myself to, because I can understand their, I mean, I can't understand, but I can relate to their problems, I can relate to their success, failures, and their goals, where they want to go, what they want to accomplish. So the sports sessions are really interactive, really enjoyable. But the personal sessions is where you learn a lot of things as well. Address if you end up addressing their problems, they feel really happy and gives us a sort of happiness as well.
That's really nice. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. As you said, they even celebrate their success and as well as their failures. And that's the beauty, where they get to rebuild themselves. If at all they're facing some low or maybe a failure in their life, either physically or they could even emotionally or mentally, they could rebuild themselves. Like if you keep your body physically active, you could rebuild yourself in the right way. Now, sir, that's really very nice. Now, do you do it only in Chennai? Are you a coach only in Chennai, or pan-India people can connect with you from other states? Do they invite you to other states to share your expertise?
No, at the moment I train only in Chennai, but I've done a lot of online sessions for other clients as well who want to connect themselves with me for related to fitness. Because like I said, COVID has been a blessing in disguise. These Zoom meetings wouldn't have been possible before COVID themselves. So we they so those online sessions happen when they have their little equipment that are required, or there are people who have gym at their own places, but they just want someone to train them, and they also want someone with whom they have a good rapport, with whom they can share their problems in the sense physical problems with, and who they trust to. So I've trained a few people through online. I've trained one from Australia as well. I've trained one from UK as well, and I've trained people from other states as well. The Zoom session happened with fitness as well. So there are also people who train themselves through online. They get a little equipment that are required for them. So such kind of training happens as well. So it happened according to their time, because people from Australia and UK have their own timings, and we have to get adjusted to their timings. But if they are interested to in their work, if they are interested towards their fitness, I'm open to kind of train at any time they want.
Yes.
It's their vision, or it's their interest towards training is what will interest you as well, more than the money or anything else.
Very true, sir. And I'm so happy that it's not only in Chennai, it's pan-India, and not only pan-India, it is even connecting with people across India, across borders. You could connect with Bharath sir for any of your needs for the training sessions that you'd love to have. Sir, I'm also interested in this. You are into the nutritional zone as well.
Really sorry, I didn't hear you.
You're connected with the nutritional zone as well.
Yeah, I've completed courses with related to nutrition.
What is all this about? What is it all about?
It's about advanced sports nutrition given by American. I mean, under American. But according to those laws or the other courses that I've done before, not allowed to give a nutrition diet as such. I'm allowed to advise what to do and what not to do, or recommend on few things, if not many, and to say this is allowed, this is not allowed. There are a lot of banned substances that are there in your day-to-day activity, especially for the sports people, right? They have a test called doping test. A lot of substances in few food, you may end up consuming it without knowing it. There have been occasions where the international sports person or cricketers end up consuming them without their own knowledge, and then get banned for 6 months or 1 year. So those are the guidances that I can give them, but I don't generally write a nutritional diet by my own. I have my own friends, colleagues who do that. I refer to them because they are in the best hands. They know their profession better than what I know. So with related to nutrition, I guide them to my friends or my colleagues who know it better than I do. So each one of us want to be in the best place with related to what you want. So with related to fitness, I can always help them. With related to nutrition, if they need guidance, I can help them. But if they need a nutritional diet or a chart, I refer to my colleagues nearby.
Wonderful, wonderful, Bharat. That's really very nice. See, you are like connected with different professionals and you focus on giving the right kind of information to the client in front of you. As you said, can't give them a diet list. I can refer them to the person who's connected with it. But I, of course, can help them with the other areas. As you said, the various tests that what not to consume, that you come under that zone. So it's very nice. And you are very transparent. And what I find is you're very honest also. That's really nice. Transparency and honesty is two great
So
qualities.
if you consider if I consult trainer and I asked him for a diet, I expect the best out of him. If he is not able to give that, he may as well refer it to someone else rather than he himself giving one without a, a genuine knowledge. So it's always better to refer. I've learned one thing here. Rather than telling something that you don't know, say that you don't know. That's the best thing that you can give it to your client. If you do not know something, don't blabber about it. Say you don't know, they respect your knowledge or your transparency towards what your answers to their questions.
Thank you for that. That's brilliant. I really like that. Being so young, you're able to show so much of integrity and so much of honesty. That's wonderful. And I'd love this message to reach out far and wide. If you don't know something, just you could say, I don't know, and refer them to somebody else than to fake it, as you mentioned, even blabber. Just give false information just for the heck of it.
But
That's
when I
true.
don't know, I make sure I consult the required person or Google it and have it in my information. If it's in my jurisdiction, I can always give them. If it's not in my setup, I can always refer it to other people.
Yes, that's wonderful, sir. So any message you'd like to give out to the youth, the middle-aged and senior citizens, if they would love to connect to you, how do they connect with you? Would you like to give them a little message saying that I'm available so-and-so time, or you could contact me on so-and-so media handle?
It's really simple. Who wants to get connected, they are allowed to. I can give them my number. If they are interested to train, I'll make sure what timing suits for them and what timing suits for me. I'll make sure things go well between both of us. I make sure one thing that I'll make sure is that they enjoy their sessions. I make sure they're not strict or be rigid about what they're supposed to do, because they all have their own profession where they have to be strict about, they have to do what they're supposed to do. Here you can always be a little flexible. I always want them to enjoy their sessions more rather than getting the task done by themselves. So whoever are on the same page as I am, who are the same idea as I am, I'll make sure that they get the best benefits out of me, or they reach towards their success. They reach towards their goals. They reach the place that they want to go. So they can connect me through my WhatsApp or through my phone number. I'll always share it with you. And with the same common interest, I can always help them get a better person with related to fitness or health.
Oh, sir, would you mind sharing your WhatsApp number, or such that they connect with you? Would you share
Sure,
it?
sure.
Say it
However, I'm sure.
orally? You can just share it orally. We'll also share it in the description
Yeah,
when we share
my
the video
WhatsApp
link.
number is 90805 28909.
Please repeat it once more, please.
90805 28909.
Yes, that's really nice. So, my dear friends, you have sir's contact. You can connect with sir with regard to your children, your own self, or your the elders at home. They all need to be fit. Everyone, irrespective of age. Like, you can just go ahead and find that physical fitness. Sir, that's really nice. Thank you very much, sir. So there's another question, if I may ask you. Now, there are many people of your age who are distracted with regard to, should I let it out, with regard to, being diverted on the romantic front. And they give less preference to their career or to their profession. They are completely immersed on the romantic side. And then once they are into that, very late, they understand that It's my career first and then romance. That's the truth, my dear friends. It's your career first and then it's the romance that comes. But the youngsters, right, starting up from school, 8th, 9th, 10th, and it's like they first want to dive into marriage. They hardly know what is marriage and want to dive into it. So I want you to speak about that. If you're comfortable, you could share your thoughts and views with regard to love, marriage, and career.
Love, marriage, and
Career.
okay. See, the different people have different interests, right? A few are career oriented, a few are life oriented, a few are romantic oriented. Like I said, I respect each one of their own feelings. But in the future, do not regret that you did this, so you didn't get that. Be aware of your decisions that you make, all right? And there have been people who marry at a very early age with their own interests, and there are people who marry at a very early age because of societal pressure, the family pressure, the peer pressure. And there are other people, a lot of people these days end up figuring out their career first and then get into marriage. And those are the people I see right now in these ages because I have friends who do their PhD at the age of 32. Their partner also do PhD at the age of 22. They are really focused on finishing their PhD and then getting into a marriage. That's a really nice thing. So there are people who are really committed up towards their goal. Who whatever people want to, they are allowed to do. But the only thing is that do not regret it in the future. Own your decisions. Right? It's your decision that you're making. Someone else is not making your decisions. So when you look back in after 10 years, yeah, I ended up marrying the person that I love, but I also ended up doing things that I'm supposed to do. Right? You so once you get married, you still have your own responsibilities. The responsibility changes, but make sure you honor to the responsibilities. Even when you're not married, when you're in love, make sure you fulfill the responsibilities. Be it for your partner, be it for yourself, and be it for your family. Right? Try to understand the balance in between every other thing. Once you find the balance, once you know your responsibilities and roles, you'll always become a better person. You'll always do things in the right way. You'll always do things in the way that you know to do it. Right? You don't just because someone else is in a relationship, do not fall into the trap. Just because someone else is playing cricket, you don't play cricket. Just because someone play BCom, you're not supposed to do BCom. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you're interested to do. And these days, the topics are diverse, right? And there are also a lot of freedom that a family gives. Maybe in the past, there are not as much as freedom that I get right now. You're allowed to change courses. You're allowed to drop from college. Allowed to change professions. I played cricket for 13 years, and suddenly one day I went and told my family, "Hey, I'm done. I'm moving on to something else." And they will allow me to do so. So when people at home give you so much freedom, make sure you use the freedom in the right way. All right, you're allowed to do anything that and everything that you want, but do it in the right way. Be it love, be it career, be it marriage, end up doing it in the right way. End up doing what your heart feels is the right thing. Okay, if you end up doing mistakes, make sure you correct your mistake and not do it the next time.
Sir, you're a wonderful speaker.
Sorry?
You're a wonderful speaker. You're a wonderful speaker. You are blessed with, a good speaking talent. You know how your thought process is, how to give out the right answer in the right way. And I'm sure, apart from being in the cricket zone, apart from being a physical fitness coach, you are a wonderful motivational speaker. You could really lift up anybody who's drowning. I'm sure about it. That's what I've seen, that you're an excellent, excellent speaker. Very inspirational. You could do that, and I would like you to do that. Connect with students. I would like you to give sessions to students and the youth especially. They will definitely rise up. You're a wonderful person. I mean, I've seen different people of your age, like they're not connected much with their thoughts, whereas I see you're very, very clear about what has to be spoken out. Because you said, see, I respect everybody, whatever is their decision, but you own up your responsibility. Don't regret it after 10 years. Even if you fail, what next and how? So you put it very, very nicely. Hats off to you for that clarity of thoughts. Wonderful. Brilliant.
No, like I said in the beginning, no, my friends helped me get this clarity because you see each person being really different, right? You have to understand their emotions. You have to validate their emotion. The moment you invalidate your emotion is when they feel, oh, maybe I'm doing a mistake. Maybe I'm wrong. You don't want to give your friend that feeling because I don't want that feeling. You do a mistake, make sure you correct your mistake, or you make sure you have someone who tells you, hey, you're doing it wrong. But don't invalidate someone's feeling because every feeling is valid here. Uh, you cry if you lose 1 rupee, it's valid. You enjoy because you got 1 rupee, it's still valid. The happiness and the sadness for one person will not be the same for the other person. I can be happy scoring 20 runs. Someone needs 200 runs to be happy. So there's a balance or there's a difference between how people perceive or how people understand their happiness and sadness. Someone likes to build their home or build the things around like gardening and all those things. That's their happiness. Someone likes to go to a shop, get some expensive thing. That's their happiness. After all, we all earn and to spend money and to be happy, right? So whatever makes you happy, please do that. Whatever makes you not happy, still okay. If you don't like to do that, stay away from that. If you're okay doing it, do it. So,
Excellent. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. That's really very nice. It's very interesting to speak to people like you. Yes, sir. Now, sir, I'd like you to share your thoughts with regard to people who can't forgive their parents. Now, it's a very sensitive one. The youth, especially. Now, I'm talking about the youth because you are from that zone. There are the youngsters who cannot forgive their parents, but you mentioned just a few minutes ago that our parents have given us a lot of freedom of choice. Either it could be career, it could be choosing our partner, it could be anything. They are more liberal compared to the previous generation where parents were very, strict and reserved. Now, there are several of the youngsters out there who are unable to forgive their parents because they faced a lot of childhood trauma with their parents. The parents might have been fighting and arguing in front of the children. Then there might have been a lot of domestic violence, physical, emotional abuse. Father might have been an alcoholic. Nowadays, even women are alcoholic. Mother could have been an alcoholic. But in India, it is more of the father being an alcoholic. Let us not be gender biased on this. Any one of the family member, the parent being an alcoholic, all of this plays in the mind of the child as a youngster, and the child goes with the flow. But once the child is an adult, all of the flashback comes and the child is entirely depressed and says that this is the cause of my depression. I'm unable to overcome the pain that I've endured during my early childhood days. How would you answer this question?
according to me, 90% of the parents that are here in India are not bad parents. Right? Each one of each one of their parents, their mother or father, love them a lot. Okay, the way they express can be really different. My mother and my father wouldn't be expressing the way that my friend's mother and friend's father would be expressing. So each one of them have their own way of expressing their love. Uh, yeah, a lot of children or youngsters will be angry with their parents, but as they get older, as they get mature, as they have conversation with a lot of people, their ideas open as well. And the the thing that we don't do as our generation, or maybe any other generation, is that we don't talk to our parents as much as we are supposed to do. You end up talking to your parents, you end up getting ideas about why they're doing it and what they're doing, why they ended up being an alcoholic, and why they kind of uh, isolate away from we don't talk to them about what their problems are. Even it's the same case with myself as well. If I have my friend who's not feeling well or is on any problem or reacting in a bad way, I end up having a conversation with them. But with parents, I just feel like, yeah, they have their own friend to whom they talk to. So you end up, as much as we try to understand or relate to our uh, lover or girlfriend or a friend, not trying to do it with their parents. Sometimes I feel we do take them for granted because they are our own parents. They're not going to go anywhere. That's what we also feel, right? So the moment we start trying to understand our parents, the moment we start trying to understand the reasons behind what they're doing, and sometimes when you get to understand their struggle about how they have been raised, that's also one of the main reasons about how parents are right now. It's about they end up being a parent about with how they have been raised. they would have been raised in a more difficult situation. For them, whatever they give us right now will be a lot and lot of freedom because than what they have experienced in their past. For me, for anyone out there, for my age, seeing their friends' parents behave, giving them more freedom, would be like comparing those parents, right? So I'm not supposed to do. So we'll understand our parents better. I think we'll have a lot of conversation with our parents more. I think a lot of problems can be solved because uh, no parent would want their children to be in a bad shape or in bad mind space. But I'm really sure about. Uh, I don't know. I can't understand. I can't sometimes understand how this connection immediately happens when they give birth. But once they give birth, maybe when I become a parent, I will also be able to play with it more. But when they become a parent, uh, their whole life ends up surrounding to their children, with their children. So the people or the children who end up facing trauma, who don't forgive their children, maybe when they become a parent, they will always understand their mother and father better.
Yes, that's really wonderful. Thank you for being very, very clear on that. Once you become parents, you will understand your whole world revolves around your child. No matter what we do, like, as parents, we may commit certain mistakes or knowingly or unknowingly, but nevertheless, we love our children in the right way. And we want the children to forget and forgive and live a beautiful life, not to pinpoint all the problems that your parents have been doing or hurting you in any way. If the
I'm
best thing is,
pretty sorry.
yes.
I'm pretty sure parents are human beings as well, so they are entitled to make mistakes, right? Just because they're parents, that doesn't mean that they can't make mistakes. As parents, they will also make mistakes. They will also learn. They will also understand their children better. And make sure that it doesn't happen again. That's how parents are these days as well. Parents are really understanding and they have a lot of empathy towards their children as well. So
Brilliant, sir. I'm telling you, you are one great speaker. You have that hidden talent. You're a gem, I should say, an unpolished diamond. But today you've been shining on this platform. You've shared so very well with regard to any question I posed to you. So it was all just going with the flow, my dear friends. There were no, preset questions or anything. It all just went with the flow. That's really wonderful, sir. So now we have a small segment called as the rapid fire round, which will take another 5 minutes.
sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. But we promise our viewers that we will request you to join us back. Maybe if you agree, you could also give us motivational talks, which could really inspire the youth and everyone. It's not only the youth, every single person could be inspired by the way you share things. Yes, sir. So friends, join us on this beautiful round called as the rapid fire round to get to know the likes and dislikes of our celebrity and guest. He's Mr. Bharath. He's here with us. Bharath, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So maybe know your favorite cricketer.
Sachin Tendulkar.
All-time favorite?
Yeah. Can't change.
Yes. If at all, if I were to ask you the name of a cricketer of the previous years, I mean the earlier years.
Earlier, I've not watched a lot of people, so I don't want to fake my answer saying that this is one I like. But I followed Sachin ever since 2003, 2004. So he's someone who I watched or admired growing up. I've not seen a lot of people play before 90s or 80s. We don't have those clips as well. So Sachin has been my all-time favorite.
Great, sir. Your favorite color?
Orange.
Now the IPL matches are going on, am I right?
IPL matches?
Are going on now?
Yeah.
They are being, yeah. So your favorite team?
Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians. Any specific reason?
Oh, you know the reason that was my answer to my first question. Sachin Tendulkar. I've
Okay.
been following Mumbai Indians since 2008, so I like Rohit Sharma. I like everyone else. Mumbai Indians.
That's wonderful. You please continue. You were sharing something?
No, yeah. Mumbai Indians has been my favorite team ever since the inception. Sachin was the reason in the beginning, and people carried their legacy for the last 10 years.
You belong to Chennai?
Yeah, I'm from Chennai, but I still like Mumbai more. That's why I have a lot of battles with my friends being in Chennai, Mumbai. So whenever a Chennai Mumbai match happens, my friends make sure that they are here watching the match with me. And there are seven of them Chennai fans, one Mumbai fan. The loudest cheer happened during that game.
Oh, great. I understand that. I understand. I get it. That's really nice. Now, sir, what about travel? Have you traveled outside Chennai? Did you go to some other state of India or some other country?
I've traveled to a lot of states in India, but I've not traveled abroad. I've not been a big fan of traveling abroad. I don't know why, but I've loved traveling. I want to visit a lot of places in India. In the next month, I'm planning to go to Rameshwaram. Don't ask me for what reason, but I want to visit a lot of districts in India, in Chennai or in Tamil Nadu rather. So I love to trek a lot. I've been to Karnataka a lot of times. I've been to Andhra. I've been to Go. I've not been to Goa. That's one part of South India I would love to visit as well. I've been to Mumbai. I've been to Delhi. I've been to Uttarakhand. So I love traveling as well.
That's great.
Rameshwaram is my next plan. I have to pack my bags with my friends, make sure they come as well.
That's wonderful. That's really nice. We wish you a happy journey and a beautiful trip that you go back and come back with beautiful memories to share with us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, sir, I'd like to ask you, have you ever met any cricketer, like in face to face? Maybe did you ever make an attempt to meet Sachin Tendulkar or any other cricketer of your choice?
I would have loved to meet such a that's been one of my bucket lists, if I can say so. But I've played with Ravichandran Ashwin and Chiteshwar Pujara. The moment I started playing with him, that my admiration towards Ashwin has gone up. The way he's passionate towards his game, or the way he's dedicated towards his game, irrespective of his commitments, he makes sure even if it's a club game, he makes sure he marks his attendance. So I've grown a lot of admiration towards him as well. I've played under him for 4 years, so my admiration has gone one level up or a few more levels up every time I saw him.
Yes. Your favorite movie?
Chandramukhi.
Oh my goodness. Is it Chandramukhi? Because I watched it twice, thrice. Not even thrice. I could say maximum 5 times I might have watched.
I'm a big Rajinikanth fan.
Yeah. Yes, yes. That's wonderful. For the first time, somebody said Chandramukhi, so I just was like, wow, because
Yeah,
it's one great
that's one
movie.
movie that made me a fan of Rajinikanth. So there's a small story towards it. Chandramukhi and Vijay's movie called Sachin got released together. Sachin being the name title towards Sachin being Sachin, I thought that movie would be a big hit. But Chandramukhi just kind of got the better of Sachin. That's when I started falling my love towards Sachin as well.
Yes, I get that. So now, when India lost the match to Australia, how did you feel?
It felt terrible, but I can understand their loss, how they would have felt, and all those things. I'm pretty sure everyone in their team, along with the support staff, gave everything that they had in their hands or they had in their body. They put their body in line and then played, and then and they still failed to cross the rope. It happens in sport. It would have been one of the toughest days in every person of their team. So it's a really tough moment for them. I felt very bad, but I can understand that they gave everything that they had, but they still lost. In sports, it happens sometimes, right? You can't win all the games. They had a brilliant tournament. They had an outstanding tournament, but on the final day, Australia were better. Australia just kind of outplayed us. They were smart in their decision making. They were smart in how they played. Uh, India tried their best. India tried everything they can. So really proud of the way they played. I'm pretty sure the World Cup that is coming right now in a couple of months' time can be theirs as well. So I can understand their emotions of their loss towards final. I had no hard feelings toward any of their players. They tried, they gave their best, but they still failed. Right? As a sports person, that's what you expect. You give everything on the field. The result can happen, whatever it can be, but you give everything that you from your side. They did that, but they still lost. That's still okay. I'm okay with the result. Would have been happy with the win, but I'm still okay with the result.
Yes, happy with the win, but okay with the result. So, what about under 19? India again lost to Australia. They came very close to winning and they lost it. So, what do you have to say about
My
it?
answer is still going to be the same. When the men of 30 or 25 plus given the effort, the under 19 who are raising up the ranks will give more effort. they have everything to win and everything to lose. And I saw that match. They gave everything that they had. They played their hearts out. If they were in a battle, they would have been ready to die so as to get a World Cup for India. That's how they played. That's how the senior players also played. So if that situation happens, I'm really okay with it. They will learn. They will learn from their mistakes. They will learn from their loss. They will become a better person. And for India, when they play in the future, they're going to be superstars as well. They're already superstars. They're going to be better players when they play for India, because the losses teaches you more than the wins teach you. So from their losses, they're going to be better person and better cricketers in the future.
See, again, you've given us a wonderful quote. Losses teach you more than wins. You know, your failures teach you more than your success. That's really nice. You're very inspiring on that too as well. Now, sir, you've mentioned Sachin Tendulkar as your favorite cricketer. Now, Sachin Tendulkar belongs to India.
Yeah.
And if I were to ask you, an international cricketer, who is your favorite one?
Oh, that's a really nice question. I used to like Brett Lee a lot. Whenever he played, he gave his heart out as well. Australian cricketer, fast bowler, he gave his heart out. And I'm pretty sure every medium pacer of that generation loved to copy his bowling style. So Brett Lee is really charming as well. He's really smart in how he carry about his own things. So I love Brett Lee a lot. I love Mike Hussey a lot as well. To be fair enough. Those are two cricketers that I love watching as well. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's really nice. So we have last two questions for you. One question is, what is the best gift that you've received till date?
Asking me tough questions, right? This is a really tough question. What if I say my friends are the best gifts that I've got so far? Not the equipment. I'm not a materialistic person, but my friends have got a lot of gifts. I wish I can show them to you, but my friends are themselves a gift for me. So they are the best gifts that I've got so far.
That's wonderful. That's really great. I think you're the first person to share it like this. My friends are the best gift in my life. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I
I'd love to
can show
meet
you a
all
lot
of
of
them.
gifts, but nothing better than them, right? Collective friends, not one friend, but a collective group of friends who are the best gift that I've received in my life.
That's really nice. Very nice. And it's very healthy the way you shared that. This is a message to everyone. You know, it don't only be stuck with one friend. Have a group of friends, you know, where you can go and share your thoughts and views and be there for each other in a collective effort for everyone. I'd really love to meet your friends on this panel, on this platform. All of you could join. We could have a discussion, and all of you could put your points and thoughts to encourage the youth in a positive way. If they agree, I would really be very happy. So that's nice. And the last request is, we'd love you to share three magical words. It could be just anything that could empower us. The truth is, you've empowered us right from the start till the end. You've given all beautiful suggestions. You've given your entire thought process in a very beautiful way with lots of clarity and honesty. The last three words, that would be a final takeaway for the International Fabtalks.
So you want me to say the last three words that motivates?
Yes.
Respect, emotions, failures.
That's very nice.
You can always think about why I'm saying failures. Because failures made me the person that I am right now. So if failures can build a person, nothing like it.
Wonderful. That's very true. Respect and have emotions in place and focus on failures. What is it that made you fail in one zone? If it is a failure, you can again try out something else. You can really work on your failures. You can build a beautiful future. If one zone doesn't appeal to you, the world is big and large. So that's really very nice. So respect, emotions, and failures. These are the three magical words. Yes, sir. Over
If
to
I
you.
can add one more word, I can add empathy to it.
Empathy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Empathy also, when you have a lot of empathy, when you understand and sympathize with others in the right way, you know, put yourself in their place, then that works still better. So wonderful, sir. It was really very nice having you here. You've not given us 3 gifts, you've given us 4 gifts. Thank you so much. Your heart is so large. We look forward to many more interactions with you in the future. Stay blessed and stay connected, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. It's really nice to be here and talk to you and talk to your friends as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. My dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks. Before we end, I have two requests from you. One is, please share this video with the right kind of people. Whoever would love to watch and get inspired by the right kind of celebrities that are here on the International Fab Talks. Share this video in any group or to any of your friends who you think really deserves the importance of listening to all of this. And the next request is, if you feel that we are doing the right kind of things by bringing the right kind of celebrities on the International Fab Talks, stay connected with us, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And of course, don't forget to take care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally as well. Stay blessed. Thank you, sir.